what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown come for you.
Welcome back on your neighborhood watch on your hometown station, KHTS AM 1220. I'm your host, Perry Smith. In the studio with me, special guest, Deputy Josh Dubin of the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station. Sorry about that, stumbled a little bit there. Talking about outreach at the Sheriff Station, what the boys in Tan and Green are doing to keep us safe, and working with the community, as always, looking at the crime reports. Again, if you can sign up for these. It's a great resource. Once a week, they let you know exactly what's going on in your neighborhood. You go to nixle.com. You know, the easiest way that I find it is if you go into Google. If you use Chrome, that's great, that browser. If not, just go to google.com and type in Nixle Santa Clarita, and you can get a list of everything that's come out from the Sheriff Station through Nixle in the last, however many reports you guys have put out, right?
Right. There's a list of all the press releases. We put all of our press releases out on Nixle. I then take the Nixle and I put it out on our Twitter and our Facebook.
At SCV Sheriff, or at the Facebook page, Santa Clarita Valley. If you just type Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station, you can find that and like them, and you'll get on their feed, so you'll get this stuff.
Right. And I think, part of having a low crime rate and some of the positive things that we're doing in the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station and in the city of Santa Clarita and the unincorporated parts, between the social media outreach, between this show, partnership with you guys, it's really, if you see something, say something. And we've had a ton of crime tips, and we can't, thank you enough for those. Really, the residents are our eyes and ears. A deputy can't be everywhere every minute, but with the help of the residents and a strong community partnership, that's how we've kept the crime rate so low. And you were talking earlier about the 10 safest cities, right, with over 100,000 population, and we're number 10 in the entire country.
Right.
So, and you know what it is? It's
certainly doing better than Flint, Michigan, or Camden, New Jersey.
throwing people under the bus.
Right under the bus. That's all right. You know what? Our listener numbers are not as high in Flint or Camden, so I feel like I'm kind of safe there.
It's risky.
They could be listening online.
It's risky.
It's true. They could be using the
you
mobile
could stream,
app.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You could stream live worldwide at hometownstation.com.
So I'm kind of playing a risk, but I feel like I'm a little bit safe there.
So some of our crime reports that we do, and like I said, they're geo-specific, geo-tailored to your specific area.
I don't understand all your fancy science terms. It's neighborhood by neighborhood?
It's neighborhood by neighborhood. So you're going to receive emails for your specific neighborhood, because if you live in one end of the valley, you certainly care about what's going on in your street and the streets surrounding you. If a car got broken into on your street, you certainly care about that.
Right.
Do you care as much if you live on the entire other end, or what's going on the entire other end of the valley?
I got friends there.
Okay, you can sign up for more than one area. It's free. Anyways, a lot of the crime reports this week have already been released. The rest of them will be released today or tomorrow morning.
There's no set time. It's just kind of as the reports are prepared, they're released, right?
Right. And then the zone leader for each zone prepares the report. Okay. So Gorman-Neenack, Zone 1, has already been prepared. Is out. No Part 1 crimes in that area in the last 7 days.
I would imagine part of that, playing a role in that, is that no one knows where Neenack is. I'm going to look it up right now, because this is the first. I've lived out here for a while.
It's north.
It's got to be like, what, Tehachapi country?
No.
Okay, an agricultural settlement in northwestern Los Angeles County, a population of about 800. So
right.
that helps. Again, when
Tehachapi's not even in LA County.
That's true. When you have a community that small, it helps also keep the crime down, because everybody knows everybody else.
How about Castaic and Valverde, Zone 2? There was one Part 1 crime in the last 7 days.
Is that a vehicle theft? Or
that was one vehicle theft was reported.
And it sounded like, if I remember that report correctly, it was a domestic issue, right?
Yeah, during an argument while driving, the boyfriend and driver of the vehicle refused to let his girlfriend get out of the car. While stopped at a stop sign, the female, the owner of the vehicle, exited and ran from her boyfriend. The boyfriend drove off with the girlfriend's car without her permission.
Wow. That's
there you go.
That is technically a theft, but it's also...
So we have Zone 3, Stevenson. There's not an S.
There's not.
Stevenson Ranch, Westridge. Zone 3 is out. Zone 4, Saugus. Zone 6, Newhall. And Zone 7, Canyon Country West.
And on top of that, those Nixle reports, you also put one out just to kind of let people know about this situation. I mean, most people have already heard about it. There was a tragic crash. Coroner's officials have identified that movie star Paul Walker was in the crash, and Roger Rodas, a local CEO, was also in the crash. And thousands of people have been pouring into Santa Clarita to pay their respects. and put up memorials and memorabilia and just kind of remembering their lives at that crash site at Kelly Johnson Parkway and Hercules Street. But you guys want to get the word out that it's not necessarily an area where you can park, right? I mean, the area surrounding is private businesses. It's an industrial park, and you want to kind of, if people are doing that.
Right. Well, this is an extremely tragic incident. And, all of the deputies at the station, the supervisors, understand that many of the people choosing to visit the crash site, it's assisting them in the grieving process. But it's important that, this is a curve. Many of the areas have no parking signs. Many of these businesses in the area are private businesses with private parking lots. Some of the people that have chose to visit the crash site have parked in no parking areas, have impeded traffic, blocked traffic. So we're asking, if you choose to come to the crash site, there's some chatter on social media about this weekend, people coming, please find a legal parking spot that is legal and safe to park in.
Right. And you can get out more information about that on our website or at the sheriff station's Nixle report. Just type in Nixle, Santa Clarita, and that'll come up. We gotta end our show. Thank you for coming by, Josh.
Thank you.
Appreciate it as
Barry
always.
Smith.
On your neighborhood watch on your hometown station, KHTS AM 1220.